Ash from my cigarette falls like snow. Neon hums on the liquor below. Are you still a man or a blade made of fear? That voice from my past keeps pulling me near. Boots on the table, hat brim low. I count their heartbeats under the radio. I don't need noise to prove I'm alive. I breathe, I listen, I watch, I survive. I sharpen my silence on a whetstone night. One hand wants peace, one hand wants to fight. I'm fighting the war inside my mind, between the man I am and the one I left behind. When the smoke blows east and the guns align, I'm fighting the war inside my mind. I walked so far I can't trace back, left holy bells cracked on an old dirt track. Knuckles stained, but my trigger stays clean. Control is the art no one sees on the scene. A ghost of myself knocks soft at the door. He wants the life I don't live anymore. I pour him a glass and we drink our sin. He says, lose the crown if you wanna win. I measure each step like a fuse in the rain. One half wants mercy, one half loves the flame. I'm fighting the war inside my mind, between the man I am and the one I left behind. If the night draws blood, I still won't hide. I'm fighting the war inside my mind. I can't go back, but I won't kneel down. I trade my rage for a steadier crown. If fate draws lines I don't wanna cross, I'll cut new roads through the wreck and the loss. I'm fighting the war inside my mind, between the man I am and the boy I left behind. When the dawn hits steel and the lies unwind, I'm fighting the war inside my mind. I chased the summon made of bone and brass, lit a candle in a bottle full of gas. Neon saints blinked over dust and gin. I wore a smile like a scar on skin. Rooms went still when my head brim dropped. One nod from me and a heartbeat stopped. I called it strength when the fear obeyed, but silence was the blade I made. I stacked my walls with iron nails, break my soul in borrowed flames. I wear a crown hammered out of chains, iron on my heart and fire in veins. Alone on a throne that I forged in rage, I truth through a gilded door. Heard the choir fade on the barroom floor. Built a fortress out of whispered oaks. Found a jailer living in my clothes. Their eyes would drop when my boots rang through. I read their fear like an old tattoo. Control ain't loud like the drums of war. Its breath held steady and nothing more. Every victory tasted the same. Hollow wine in a golden frame. I wear a crown, hammered out of chains. Iron on my heart and fire in my veins. Alone on a throne that I forged and raised, I am the king, not the cage. Power at my hand first, teaching me thirst while calling it worth. If I forge these bars from my own breath, then I can choose the door I set. I wear a crown, hammered out of chains. Iron on my heart and fire in my veins. I set this throne down, I keep my name. I am the king, not the cage. Ash falls slowly from a shaking light. Knuckles red, boots dust white. They ask me, man, or a machine of fear. I breathe the edge and hold it close. Barroom glass like a church of sins. Prayers and whiskey, rust on skin. I'm not chasing gold or a famous name. I chase that spark inside the flame. I read the room by the way hearts race. I want the look that says I can't be replaced. I got thirst in my veins, standing toe to toe with night, where the living and the dying share the same thin line. I don't beg for mercy, I don't bargain for a sign. I rise every time I bleed, I rise every time I bleed. I wait, I count, I move when it's time. Come like a fuse on a buried mind. I told my heart I don't need love, but I crave respect like the sky craves dust. Seen crowns bought cheap with borrowed bread. Watch geckos brag their way to death. Give me the silence right before the fight. That's where I prove I'm still alive. I don't want praise if it costs my soul. Just steel in the eyes that says I'm whole. I got thirst in my veins, standing toe to toe with night, where the living and the dying share the same thin line. I don't beg for mercy, I don't bargain for a sign. I rise every time I bleed, I rise every time I bleed. Maybe I hunted their gaze to feel real, but mirrors don't lie when the cuts won't heal. If worth is a road that I have to pave, I'll carve it in dust with the bones I've saved. I got thirst in my veins, and I own this narrow line between the man I was and the man I'll find. I don't need a witness just to prove my life. I rise every time I bleed. I rise every time I bleed. Every time I bleed. Smoke hangs heavy like a church of ash. A match goes out with a whispered crash. I count their heartbeats through the haze, read every tremor like a prayer half raised. Head rim low and the floor turns still. I feel the room tilt to my will. I don't shout to make men pay. I sharpen silence like a blade I've saved. I slow the storm until I hear its spine. I move when fate and breathe a line. I don't need thunder to bring you down. The quiet in my chest will run this town. I count, I wait, then I'm already gone. Stillness is my loaded gun. Stillness is my loaded gun. I watch you twitch behind a grin, a Sunday smile on borrowed sin. One nod from me and bluffs turn bone. Control speaks soft in a steel cold tone. Mirror cracks where the smoke runs thin, shows the cage I'm living in. If I'm an artist of the end, my craft is mercy held to the brim. I don't chase crowns I cannot own. I make the chaos find its home. I don't need thunder to bring you down. The quiet in my chest will run this town. I count, I wait, then I'm already gone. Stillness is my loaded gun. Stillness is my loaded gun. Power tried to train my hands, gilded rage and called it grand. But gold leaf walls can't hold the sun. I choose the breath, not just the gun. I don't need thunder to bring you down. The quiet in my chest still wears the crown. I choose the time, I choose the run. Stillness is my loaded gun. This is my loaded gun.